I was 13 years old. My mother and I lived in village. Mother went out at night. Funeral, local priest died. It was a holy man. So everyone, an adult, was supposed to show up. I stayed alone at home. At that time I had a terrible, I am allergic to dust because of it. Suffered from time to time, because to me, blocked my breath. Then I started to sniff. Sneezing, I sat down to watch TV. At one moment I was blocked breath. But I dripped drops and everything went away. Hey. Then she fell asleep on the couch. Me. I was awakened by a strange knock. Blows in the street. As if something had been dropped on the ground. I looked out the window and saw what was shaking. Our apple tree. But I thought that someone apples. Tear it. I wanted to go out. But changed my mind and the basis. Lay down with the laptop. The noise did not stop. I wanted. See who's so arrogant. But, afraid to go out. Looking out the window at street, I noticed that the tree was shaking something. It was 2 meters tall. Him. Had a long neck. And the worst thing is he began to move towards the door. I quickly ran to check the lock. I had clear that it lured me out of the house with the tree. I already wanted turn on the light. But then there was a knock on window. Then again, I looked around in horror and saw him. His face was covered. Blisters, eyes white without pupils. But there was no mouth. There was only a cut from which 2 rows of sharp teeth protruded. Here I am. Realized that he did not understand what was there. Glass, and they don't see me. Because I don't. Turned on the light. He stopped and started. Peer. I froze. It came to door. I heard the sound of his footsteps. It leaned against the door. I sat quietly and breathing heavily, shedding tears, and these were scariest moment of my life. Across time I heard it go away, and then I got a stuffy nose from allergies. To me, I wanted to squirm, but I held on. I don't could breathe. I was so painful that I could not restrain myself and still made that ugly sound. It heard me, and suddenly again began to approach. Going to the door, it started banging on the door. I ran to side of the window to the backyard. I opened it, ran away to the funeral. When I was running, me in the distance, running to the funeral, it's natural for me cast an unkind glance as the children. You can't go to these funerals. But it's better to quarrel with your mother than to die from it. I sat in the cemetery, adults until the morning. I told this mother's story, but she said it was just a dream, and advised me to look fewer horror films. I also thought that this is a dream, but the evidence was scratched door and apple tree. Relatives decided that it was just us. Friends were furious. I did not argue, but I knew what I saw and what happened. I asked the locals what it could be. Believe me, but they said that in legends have a similar creature. Him. Called the horror of the night.